guys, this is a video about how to prepare for basic training. So I am actually at OCS now, but I figured I make this video for my fellow online Sierras as well as my other battle buddies that's gonna go to the basic training. So how do you prepare for basic training? So basic training is going to be physically, mentally, and spiritually challenging, okay? So you got to make sure you're prepared before you get there. First things first, if you commit to the army, you better commit 100% because it's going to be hard. You're going to be rethinking your life choices, but if you're already there, make it through, okay? So the first tip I would give you is to work out right now. Doesn't matter when you're going to go to basic training. It can be a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Start working out right now because, basic training may be easy for some. It may be hard for a lot of people because they didn't train before they went to basic. Okay. So make sure you train, make sure you run so you don't get shin splint. Make sure you stretch, lift weights, whatever you have to do to make it through basic training without getting injured. There's a lot of people that gets recycled from basic training is from injury, okay? So make sure you take care of your body, eat healthy, eat clean. Try to cut down on coffee if you could right now. Cut down some sugar if you could, and basic training will be such a breeze. And then the second thing I would tell you to prepare is for land navigation. So land nav may not be as important after you finish basic training, but depending on what you do, for example, for me, I'm an 09 Sierra, which means I was gonna go to basic training. Basic training and then OCS. So land navigation is very important for me, right? Because I have to do it by myself. So if you could prepare how to do land nav before you go to basic training, that would be fantastic because there's going to be a lot of things happening at BCT, right? Your drill sergeant may not have enough time to teach you how to do land nav. Luckily for me, my drill sergeants were very good. They taught us how to do land nav. They taught us how to do a bunch of other stuff. So I'm very lucky for that. But some people may not have somebody that taught them how to do land nav, and now they're struggling to do it. So definitely learn how to do land nav, learn how to read a map, understand what land navigation is, so that way when you do practice it in real life, you won't be lost in the woods, okay? You won't be lost in the sauce, is what they say. So make sure you do that. And the third thing to prepare is know your ranks and time, military time. So you're going to be coming up with some people at BCT, there's going to be the command sergeant major, there's going to be the battalion commander. It's going to be a little confusing because there's going to be a lot of ranks, but make sure you at least familiarize yourself. You don't have to memorize them, right? But at least familiarize yourself with those ranks because it's going to be really awkward when you address somebody the wrong rank, And besides, it's going to be very impressive. You come there, you look prepared, you know what you're talking about. You just won't get making fun of by the drill sergeant. So that's another thing. And then these are the next tips are for when you get to basic training. So I would say when you get to basic training, don't be afraid to participate in events. So if you're like physically fit, you're smart, you can do a bunch of stuff, participate in events. I'm talking about fit to win. I'm talking about confidence course. I'm talking about this best squad and all that stuff. I personally did all that when I was at Fort Jackson, and I had so much fun. I developed more relationship with my team, with my platoon. It also tests your strength and how far you can push your body, right? So make sure you participate. It'll make the days go by so much faster. So, you practice, you do stuff. I also did DNC as well at BCT, so that was pretty cool. And then in terms of if you're not, if you're not physically fit or you just don't feel comfortable doing that, make sure you participate in other stuff like this. There's this program called Sash Rep. What that is that you're pretty much like a sharp representative, right? So you have a meeting with your commander or the battalion Sash Rep, and you guys just talk about what's happening in your platoon, or if somebody is uncomfortable, um, if somebody makes someone uncomfortable, they can report it to you and you guys can talk about it. Instead of going straight to the drill sergeant, you are kind of like a vessel that people can go to without making it, like super big. If they don't want to make it super big, you don't have to make it super big. You can just talk to the person if you want to and go from there. So there's that sash position. I know for us, we had to write like a small letter to the commander and just telling them why we want to be a SASH representative. So I was also a SASH rep at basic training. Another positions that you can do at BCT is to become a PG, APG, or the student first. So what that is you're pretty much the platoon guide for your platoon. So the PG is in charge of your platoon doing a bunch of stuff, right? For example, everybody's weapons, the hit times, the next hit times, who's going to the latrine when we're doing something, when we're gonna be up when you go to chow. So those are like small, minute positions that you can do before you leave basic training. That way, when you do get out, you have some sort of leadership position that you held in the army, that could potentially help you later in the future, right? I was a PG at my platoon for the Forge, and that time it helped me build my confidence and my leadership capabilities when I did go to OCS and I become a squad leader. So I think don't be scared to take on positions that you can do, right? Because you're gonna be you can be in charge of more things than you can think. So just be confident. And besides, basic training is the best place to practice your leadership positions because there is really nothing too crazy, It's pretty like the drill sergeants are going to be there with you through the whole thing. You're just pretty much practicing how you're going to be when you get out in the real world. So that's pretty cool. And then the last thing I would give an advice on for basic training is to surround yourself with positive people. There's going to be some people that may, I don't know why, we all volunteered to go to BCT, right? But some people just hate it more than the other people. So make sure if you're that type of person that just want to be, encouraged and you want to have a positive environment, make sure you hang out with those people that have positive outlook in life because you're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff for the army. You're going to be tired, you're going to be sleepy, and it's going to be long days. Okay, so make sure you make friends at BCT and cherish those friendship because those are going to be your people for the next 9 weeks, 9 to 10 weeks. So, be flexible, have humility, be down to earth, and just be open to any challenges that may come to you. And other than that, I think you should be fine at BCT. If you have any questions, feel free to put that in the comment section and I will make sure to answer that. Bye.